Along the equator between the Pacific and Indian Oceans, the islands of the Indonesian archipelago straddle the network of trade routes that have long linked the Indian Ocean to the South China Sea. The abundant natural resources that existed throughout the archipelago were a lure to traders from all over the ancient world. Aspects of Hindu, Arab, and Chinese culture have all left their mark upon states and kingdoms of the islands. It is against this rich cultural backdrop that the development of the many fighting systems that exist today throughout Indonesia took place. With the birth of the Indonesian state, the many arts that existed throughout the islands came to be known collectively as Pencak Silat. The Harimau, or tiger-style Pencak Silat, is part of the heritage of the Minangkabau people of West Sumatra. The Harimau Pencak Silat that you will see demonstrated on this tape is the legacy of the Hanafi family. It is the heirloom of a warrior tradition tracing its ancestry back to the 16th century, and the great warrior and founder of the clan Lubuk Nangtunang, Poyen Lebe. The former Indonesian ambassador to Cuba, retired General Anak Marhain Hanafi, is the current head of the clan Lubuk Nangtunang. His son, Mahaguru Adityo Hanafi, is the current heir to this warrior tradition. Relocating to France in 1973, the Hanafi family continued to promote the art of Pencak Silat outside of Indonesia. Here, Guru Richard Crabbe de Boord, adopted son of Mahaguru Hanafi, met his teacher. Guru de Boords continues to research and promote the practice of Harimau Pencak Silat. It is hoped that this tape will give you a brief insight into this warrior tradition, the art of Pencak Silat Harimau Minangkabau.
Hi, my name is Pencak Richard Crabbe de Boords, Guru Bisau Harimau Minangkabau Pencak Silat. I'm a disciple of Grandmaster Adityo Hanafi, a founder of Parero Bering Sakti martial arts system in Cuba, France, and Spain, and Grandmaster retired General Mariam Hanafi, 5-star General, Senator, and War General of Indonesian First Republic. My arts come from the Penang area of Sumatra, from the Minangkabau tribe, hence the name Harimau Minangkabau. Philosophy of Harimau states that during a confrontation, even the enemy has to be respected, not despised. And that offers another form of life beyond the material life. In this video, I'd like to give you an introduction to Harimau Minangkabau Pencak Silat, various postures, stances, basic application, and there you can basically add it and augment your ideas and your knowledge of martial arts. Just like any martial arts system, Harimau has its own salutation and respect paid to the masters before who's been able to carry out the system till today.
Basic postures in Harimau are called kudas. While the kudas are not combat techniques in and of themselves, they do provide the practitioner with a basic foundation from which technique can grow. They also provide reference points within the flow of Harimau technique. As such, the Harimau practitioner must learn each kuda so that he can draw out its combative applications as opportunity and circumstances allow.
Just like in the martial arts system, Harimau has its own postures and its own unique way of stepping and evading and stuff like that. I'm going to take you through the various kudas or postures we have in Harimau. My student Lee Wilson will be taking you through that. Thank you. First posture, Hais of Kuda. Satuhi Kuda. Sang macang kuda. That's kuda. Left, sang macang kuda. That's kuda. Macang kuda. That's kuda. Macang kuda. That's kuda. Jiwa kuda. That's kuda. Jiwa kuda. That's kuda. Siva kuda. That's kuda. Siva kuda. That's kuda. Taha kuda. That's kuda. Taha kuda. That's kuda. Belakang kuda. That's kuda. Belakang kuda. That's kuda. Batang kuda. That's kuda. Batang kuda. That's kuda. Satu kuda. That's kuda. Satu kuda. That's kuda. Burung kuntul kuda. That's kuda. Burung kuntul kuda. That's kuda. Bakti negara kuda. That's kuda. Bakti negara kuda. That's kuda. Baring harimau kuda. That's kuda. Baring harimau kuda. That's kuda. Sempok kuda. That's kuda. Depok kuda. That's kuda. Naga kuda. Naga kuda. That's kuda. Sumu kuda. That's kuda. Wayang kuda. That's kuda. Meong kuda. That's kuda. Naga kuda. Paisu kuda. Ula kuda. Paisu kuda. Garuda kuda. Paisu kuda. Yes, after the kudas, the student then learns how to be able to draw these kudas together, what we call the transitional moves. Okay, therefore, we have to be able to link kuda number 1 to number 2 and to number 21. Lee would then take us through the basic combination of kudas, what we call in Indonesian terminology as kuda kombinasi. Thank you.
Now that the kudas have been learned, the student of Harimau must learn their applications in a combative situation. As stated earlier, the kudas are not themselves techniques, but rather the foundation from which combative applications spring. Watch how the transitions between kuda postures provide the practitioner with a multitude of both defensive and offensive techniques. Pay attention to both upper and lower body movements, and notice how they are functionally applied. Arm movements typically provide a basis for deflections, blocks, and strikes, while lower body movements allow evasions, kicks, and throws.
What we're going to do, basically, he's here that we're going to go through the kudas and the application of the kudas, because basically you learn how to walk now, you learn how to step. You want to know how to be able to apply the various kudas or the postures. That's exactly what we're going to do right now. How much on kuda? Sang macam kuda. Siwakura. Siwakura. Iwakura. Satukura. Good. Right. Satukura. Satukura. Siwakura. Siwakura. Raga Nagakura. Raga Nagakura. Raga Nagakura. Nagakura, please. Back. Nagakura. Nagakura. Harimau. Tiger. Back. Harimau. Back. Harimau Kuda. Sempak Kuda. Sempo Kuda. Back. Sempo Kuda. Depo Kuda. Back. Depo Kuda. Back. Depok Kuda. Banten Kuda. Okay. Banten Kuda. Back. Banten Kuda. Ilakan Kuda. Back. Ilakan Kuda. And back. Ilakan Kuda. Ula Kuda. Back. Ula Kuda. And back. Ula Kuda. Aiso Kuda. Aiso Kuda. Satuhi Kuda. Patuhi Kuda. Machan Kuda. Kuda. Taha Kuda. Taha Kuda. Lorong Kuntul Kuda. Kuda. Dati Nagara Kuda. Bhakti Nagara Kuda. Sumu, Kuda. Rayam, Kuda. Raya, Kuda. Mayong, Kuda. Mayong, Kuda. Garuda, Kuda. Garuda, Kuda. Yep, same with the kudas. Basically, what we're going to do right now is take an opponent through use of basic kudas and use of blades. That's what we're going to do right now. So just have fun. We go through the first kuda, which is Satui kuda. Okay, move slowly. All the way. Back here. Back here. Diwa Kuda. Diwa Kuda. Satu Kuda. Satu, kuda. Raga, naga, kuda. Raga, naga, kuda. Kuda, kuda. Kuda, kuda. Belakang, kuda. Belakang, kuda. Belakang, kuda. Banteng, kuda. Banteng, kuda. Macang, kuda. Macang, kuda.
The lankas, or foot forms of harimau, teach the student the basics of movement in a combative situation. Just as the kudas are the foundation for technique, the lankas are the building blocks of movement. Each has its own purpose and distinctive motion, such as stalking an opponent or even boxing him in to stifle a counterattack.
After learning how to stand properly, you learn how to walk. The word Milanka is to learn how to walk. Okay, I'll be taking you through some of the lankas of Harimau. These lankas are basically to learn how to stalk a single opponent and eventually learn how to maneuver and walk through various attacks, stuff like that, and finally to get a kill. Thank you. Lanka, Satu. First Lanka. Second Lanka, Lanka, Dua. Tiga. Fourth, Lanka, Empat. Lanka, Lima.
Once the lankas have been practiced and internalized, the Harimau practitioner draws practical applications from their movements. By its very nature, Harimau can be seen as a sinuous and flowing dance, with every technique changing in order to suit the needs of a particular moment or situation. Combined with weapon applications and techniques drawn from the various kutas, the Harimau adept becomes a deadly and fearsome warrior.
What we're going to go through right now is the basic applications of the 5 lankas that we've worked so far. We'll start with Lanka Satu. Thank you. Now we're going to try Lanka Dua. Basically, the difference between Lanka Dua and Lanka Satu is the fact that they're all based talking entry points, and the second one is basically zooming in on the opponent. So we'll just try to see if there is a little. Okay. Tiga or the third Lanka. Basically, this Lanka looks like put a person in a box. So we're just going to go through taking some variations of them. Thank you. Fourth Lanka impact. Basically what we're trying to do here is have four opponents and always going to walk through them and basically be able, the idea is to be able to cover 360 degrees. Thank you. Basically what we're trying to do is here, try to use weapons and see if we can walk through when multiple attacks. That's really interesting. Thank you. That's hope you enjoy this tape, and thank you for giving us opportunity to present our to you.
Go!